in the last class, the last two classes from I started the lesson number 3, fiber to fabric. Okay, so in the last class you studied about the processing of wool. Okay, so what are the steps of processing of wool? Did you remember, means you recall it? Okay, so there are the steps involved in this. First is the shearing. Okay, shearing means removal of the upper layer of the wool. Okay, upper layer of the skin also it will come out. That is, we will call it as a shearing. Then next step is scoring. Scoring means it should be clean. Okay, so the scoring is the removed the hair is cleaned properly with the help of water, a stream of water, or it is filled in a tank, in that it is dipped. Okay, so like that they will clean. Then next is sorting. Sorting means it will be separated. All the long and by seeing the length of the fiber, or by seeing the quality of the texture of the fiber, it will be sorted. That means the classification. Okay, so smaller, shorter, or which are very thick, like that they will see the quality and texture by that, and lengthy also. By that they will classify the wool into different categories. Okay, that is sorting. Then coming to next step, that is cleaning of the burrs. Okay, so after that sorting also, there will be some of the burrs are remaining. Burrs means a hairy like structures. Small hairy like structures will come out when they are cleaning also. So that time that burrs will be removed from the sorted material. Then rolling. Okay, so after the sorting out this burrs are removed, they will do the dyeing and rolled. Okay. So they are in three colors only. The fibers are in black, brown, or white color only. That three colors with only we are not wearing the material. That's why they should be colored, means they have to dye. Okay. So after cleaning and all and removing the fibers, they will dye it with different colors. Then it is made into dry, and then the woven into threads. Okay. So after woving, that is they are rolling it, they are dyeing it. Okay. So last step is the rolling. Okay. So rolling means all the fibers which are dyed, no, that is they are combing in proper way, make it straightening or stretching form. Then they will roll it and make into yarn. Okay. Rolling means all 2-3 threads like structures. Wool, they are turning or rotating it and making a long thread. Okay, that thread only we'll call it as a yarn. Okay, so from that yarn we will weave it, or we'll do knitting, and the cloths are made. Different types of cloths we are wearing nowadays. Okay, so these are all the steps involved in wool processing. So today's topic we will learn about the silk. Okay. So silk is also an animal fiber. You know, silk is made from the worms. Okay, so that is silkworms we will call it. It is an insect fiber actually. It belongs to the animal fiber. In animal fiber, it is an insect fiber. Okay, so here the silkworms are spun by the silk is spun by the silkworms only. Okay, so the silkworms are producing the silk thread. Got it? We will rear these silkworms for the production of silk thread. Okay, so that only we will call it as sericulture. The rearing of silkworm for the production of silk is called sericulture. See, silk fibers are animal fibers, or insect fiber also you can write. It is an insect fiber. Okay. So these fibers are produced by the silkworms. So rearing of the silkworms for the obtaining of silk. This is called sericulture. Culturing means keeping them and rearing them and processing them. Okay. So that is sericulture, means rearing of the silkworms for obtaining silk thread. We will call them as sericulture. Okay, so next how we will produce this silk, that about we will see. Okay, for that they have given an activity that you ask your grandmother or mother or aunt. So you collect the pieces of different category of silk cloths you are getting. That all you collect, list the kinds of silk. So different texture they have. Shiningness also is different. Okay, that all you see different types of silk fibery cloths you collect and you pasted them in your scrapbook. Okay, then coming to the process of silk. Okay, how obtaining of the silk is known, that and all we'll discuss here. First, let me tell you about the life history of the silk moth. Okay. Afterwards, we'll study about the fibers, cloths, and all. Now, we'll study what is the life history of silk moth. Okay. So, life history of the silk moth, it begins with the female silk. Female silkworm. That means worms will be the main thing for producing the silk fiber. Okay, so there will be a male worm and female worm. Okay, so these female worm lays lot of eggs. Okay, so hundreds of eggs at a time, and it will be laying on the leafy part of a mulberry tree. Okay, where they are laying on a mulberry tree leaves. Okay, that's why it is given here. Male worm will be there, female worm will be there. Female silk moth will lay the eggs on the leaves of the mulberry tree. Okay, so there will be hundreds in number. Together it is laying large number of eggs. Okay, so they are, see, the female moth lays eggs. Okay, at a time hundreds and thousands of eggs. Okay, so that will be hatched. Okay, that is hatching to a larva. Okay, so that is when it comes out, no, that we will call it as a larva stage. When eggs are broken, after few days, 3 to 4 weeks it will take. After that, it will breaking out, and some worms, the small worms like small worms will come out from that. That we will call it as a larva. Okay, so and they are called the caterpillars or silkworms. What are the small worms are coming out? No? So that can be called as caterpillars also, or they only the silkworms. Okay. So when they hatch and come out, small worms like thing, they will come out from the eggs. Okay, they are called as caterpillars or silkworms. So they grow in size, and when they come to the next stage, we'll call them as pupa stage. So when silkworms come out, no, they are very small and minute in structure. They will grow. After growing, for next stage, we'll call them as pupa stage. So it starts first it weaves a net to hold itself. When it comes to pupa stage, it weaves. It starts weaving. Okay, around its neck only. It will make a hamlock, means a bed for to sit. Okay, so the worm will come out, no? So that worm will start to weave around itself. So its neck start to weave something. Means from the neck or mouth portion into it is releasing some juicy like some gum-like material. It is leaking out. Okay, first it will make a place to sit here. Okay, so a bed-like structure it will make. Upon that it will be sitting. Okay, so then how it nods its head, no? So it will be nodding its head like this. Okay, when it is nodding, no, so it will be like a 8-inch shape. So like this, it will be nodding its head, and it is making a bed-like structure. Hamlock we will call it as. Okay, upon that it will sit and it will be nodding its head. Okay, so during these movements of the head, the caterpillar secrete a fiber made of a protein. Okay, so this movement when it is doing, no, it is secreting. What it is secreting? Yeah, fiber. Secrete fiber which is made up of protein. When it comes out, when it is coming out, it is like a mucus, okay, jelly-like thing. It is secreting. When after secreting, it will come out. No, after few, when it is comes in contact with the air, then it will become rigid. Okay, rigid means it is becoming harder. Okay, so that when it becomes to the when it is exposed to the air, it becomes a little bit harder. Okay, soon caterpillar completely covers its body with the fiber, silk fiber, and turns into pupa. This covering is known as cocoon. Okay, so very soon it will be coming to the sea. It is moth is developing inside. Okay, with the cocoon. It is developed the cocoon here like this. Okay, so when it started to weave like this, it will be. Then the cocoon will be, the worm will be growing inside, and it is developing a shell outside its body. Okay, so in this way it is created the shell outside its body, then it is known as a cocoon. Okay, complete shell is created now, so then it is producing a cocoon. Okay, cocoon means a shell-like structure. Okay, inside which the insect is sitting. Got it? So the further development of the pupa into moth continue inside the cocoon only. So inside this cocoon only, the pupa stage to insect worm stage, for it will develop inside the cocoon itself. Okay, so then silk fibers are removed by these cocoons only, and the fibers are used for weaving the cloth. So now from this cocoon, how they will remove? What types of silk we are getting? That all we will see. Okay. See, this cocoon is made from the insect only, and it is compared to the, we are making the silk thread. From this cocoon, we are making the silk thread. And it is compared to the steel thread also. Why? Because it is so hard, so tough. Okay, so easily you cannot break that cloth. Okay, you cannot tear that cloth. So tough threads we are getting from the silk. Okay, they are comparing so smooth, silky, lustrous thing we are getting it as thread. When you weave the cloth, it is untearable. Okay, we cannot cut with your hands very easily. Like that hard, strong thread we are getting from this. Okay, so that's why this silk thread is very valuable. Okay, so when thread is obtained or yarn is obtained, this thread for only, we will call it as a yarn also. Okay, thread is nothing but yarn. Okay, this thread is obtained from the cocoon of the silk moth. There will be variety of silk moths. Okay, variety of silk moth which look very different from one another, and they are yielding the different quality and texture of the silk thread also. Okay, so they may be, silk thread may be coarse thread or soft, or they may be smooth, shiny, soft or smooth, both are same. Smooth or soft and shiny. So like this, they are yielding a different quality of threads, yarns. Okay. So there will be different types of silk fibers. Those fibers may be tassar silk, moga silk, kosa silk, etc. Like this, different types of fibers we are getting. So you learn these steps of life history of silk moth, children. This is very important for the test or exam point of view also. Now already one test is over. Next coming test part, these all portions are included. So write down the figures very neatly, clearly. Use full page. If you are using both the side ruled notes, means you take unruled sheet, in that you write all the steps. Full sheet you take and write all the steps very neatly and label it. Okay. In test also, so many children written without coloring, without shading, and not labeled also. For that and all, you are going to lose the marks. That's why I am telling, label it. The labeling of the picture is very important. What is this? This is all life history. Okay. Life history of silk moth. Okay, so like this heading should be there. All headings I have written and neatly colored. So like that only you should also do in your classworks. Okay. So if you are using the only ruled book means, since they have not given in the school from this unruled, one side unruled is not there. That's why you take one unruled sheet. In that you draw all the figures with the color and then you paste it. Okay. So this all you write down, children. I need to rub now. So we are getting different types of silk threads. Okay, from that we are weaving different texture of sarees. Okay, so what are the types? Tussar silk, Muga silk, and Kosa silk. These are the three types they have given. So these are very good in texture, quality and all. So these fibers are obtained from the cocoon spun by the silkworms. Okay, different types of silk moths will be there. They are producing different types and texture of the silk threads. From that thread only these different types of silk cloths we are making. Okay, the most common silkworm and silk moth is the mulberry silk moth. Okay, this is most important silk moth. Mulberry silk moth. Okay, so this is the most important one. The silk fiber from the cocoon of this moth is very soft, lustrous and elastic in nature. Okay, why it is very needed and very famous means it's because of its features. Okay, what are the features? It is very soft. Okay, lustrous. Lustrous means it is very shiny. Okay, so gorgeous look, very bright look it is giving. Okay, royal look it is giving. See, all the functional wear we are wearing silk sarees only. Why? Because it is giving very rich look it is giving. Okay, that richness will come by the lustrous nature of the silk fiber. Okay, that means very shiny appearance. No other fibers are giving such a shiny nature. Okay, only silk thread is having. So that is especially in a mulberry silk. Okay, so the silk produced from mulberry silk moth is mulberry silk only we will call it as. Okay, so this mulberry silk is having the best features, best quality in it. What is that? It is very soft and lustrous and also it is elastic in nature. So if you take the thread and try to cut it, it will not cut so easily. Why? Because it is having elastic in nature. It is expanding in size. So easily it will not cut. First it will expand in size, then at last it will cut. A very difficult way we have to cut it. Okay. So since it is having elasticity and shiny and lustrous and soft it is very costly and durable also. Understand? So that's why it is costly. Since it is having all these features in it, it is costly little bit compared to other fabrics. And since it is very soft, lustrous and elasticity it is having, no? So with the different colors, we are getting this one. We can dye with the different colors. Okay, it will it will observe the color so easily and all the colors are available now in the market because it is giving a very good rich look for the making of the dresses, maybe sarees maybe. Okay. Sericulture or culture of silkworms is very old in India, or old occupation in India. So it is producing for the commercial purposes. Okay, for selling purpose only mainly we'll do it. Then here they given activity 3.5. In that you have to collect the pieces of silk cloth. Activity 3.5. So here you have to collect what you want to collect, pieces of silk cloth. Cloth of various types, and you have to paste them in your scrapbook. I told already you have to paste it in your scrapbook. Small pieces are enough. Collect different quality, different colors of texture of silk cloths, and you paste them in your scrapbook, or in your assignment book also you can paste it. Okay, that is the assignment they have given in the activity 3.1. You are getting this one especially in the tailor shop. Okay, so tailor shop, if you ask me, small pieces they'll give, because you need not to cut your mother's saree, is it not? That's why you can go to a tailor shop, there you can ask small pieces of this silk fiber, means this silk cloth, means they'll give you. Okay, so take help of your mother, aunt or teacher and identify the different types of silk fibers there. Okay, such as mulberry silk, tassar silk, eri silk, muga silk. See, one more, eri silk and mulberry silk. Mulberry silk. So like that, different types of silk are there that you have to identify and paste and label it. Okay. So compare the texture of these silk fibers and write down the which is artificial. One thread cotton, one thread silk fibers, like that also cloths will be made. Okay. So artificial silk fibers are also made. Okay. Some synthetic fibers also they are adding, and silk cloth they will consider it. Okay, that are artificial fibers. So that also you can compare with this one, and you can find out which is artificial and which is the original silk. Okay, then this is one activity. Then activity 3.6. Here they are telling, take an artificial synthetic fiber or cotton fiber you can take. So cotton fiber, cotton thread, and silk. Silk thread you can take, and you burn. Both you burn and see. Okay, take a candle, burning candle, and hold a piece, or a thread also is enough. A thread you hold and see how it is burning. Can you identify which is the cotton or the artificial silk, synthetic? Cotton or synthetic also you can take. Okay, so if you are burning cotton or any synthetic fiber, what is the smell you are getting and how it is burning you see. And you burn silk fiber, what is the difference you find out and write about it. That is the given. If you burn any animal fiber, one clue I am giving here, any animal fiber if you are burning, it is giving very odd smell, very pungent and odd smell. See, if you burn your hairs, so one of your hair you burn and see what smell you are getting, like that very irritating, pungent smell you are getting from the silk fiber. Okay, so wool also, or whether it is a silk also, both are giving very odd smell. Okay, especially silk fiber, it is giving very odd smell. Okay, and so burning also will be different. Cotton if you burn, how it will be. Silk if you burn, how it will be. You burn and see. Okay, and some are burning, when you give the flame it continues burning. Okay, until the thread will finish. And few are burning will stop there. See, silk thread, if you burn and see, until you give the flame it will be burning. If you remove the flame it will stop burning. Okay, that is best identification for the silk. Okay, so that all you check and write about those features, those things which you find out with synthetic fiber or cotton fiber, and how it is silk fiber is different. Okay, that you can do it here. Okay, so that is activity 3.6. Then activity 3.7. Here they are giving, cut out the pictures of stages of life history. So life history, what I written here, that pictures is available. Life history of silk moth. You have to collect the picture. And you can paste in your classwork only, children. Okay, so classwork or in your assignment book, you paste it. Okay, bring it to us. That is very important. Collect the, cut out the pictures of stages of life history of silk moth and paste them on the pieces of cardboard or chart paper. They are telling you to paste it on the chart paper or cardboard. Okay, so that you can do, and jumble it. All you mix it. Each step you mix it and then you arrange and see. If you are capable, you can arrange in a proper way. Okay. Now I am telling you to cut and paste in your classwork only. Okay. If you get the pictures, neat, good pictures, you paste them in your classwork only. Okay. So these are the 3 activities together they are giving. Now we will move to the from cocoon to silk. Okay. From cocoon, how they will make the silk thread. So until the cocoon formation is in the step of life history of the silk moth. Now we are studying from cocoon. After getting the cocoon, how the thread will be given out from the cocoon. That we are learning. From cocoon to silk. See, for obtaining silk, moths are reared and cocoons are separated out and collected, and then silk threads are made from them. So, rearing of silkworm. How they will rear? So, female silk moth only producing the eggs. Already I told you. So, they are laying the hundreds of eggs at a time, and eggs are stored carefully on a strip of cloth or paper and sold to silk farmers. Okay, so they are collected on a sheet of paper or strips of paper, or in a tray also they will collect. Wooden trays will come. In the tray they will collect all the eggs in a very careful way. They are, because they are very small and delicate. Okay, and they are giving to those who are doing the rearing activity, they will do this one. Okay, so until they will wait for the eggs to lay, that will be given to the farmers for the continuation. Okay, the farmers keep the eggs under the hygienic condition. So how to keep under hygienic condition? Eggs are given to the farmers. They'll keep under hygienic, very clean, hygienic condition they'll keep, and they'll give definite temperature and humidity. Okay, suitable conditions like temperature. They'll see the definite temperature should be there and humidity should be there. Humidity means, see, in the air, small amount of water vapor is also present. That only we will call it as a humidity. That means in the air, little bit cold, moisture also should be there, and definite temperature also should be there. Little bit of sunlight should come inside the room, but it should not fall on the worms. Okay, like that condition only we should give for this eggs to hatch. Okay, so they need certain definite temperature and humidity. That conditions are necessary for the hatching of this eggs. Okay, like that these farmers will keep. Okay, the eggs are warmed at suitable temperature for larvae to hatch and come out. Okay, this will be done when mulberry trees bear a fresh of crops of leaves. Okay, so after when they comes out, hatch and comes out. Now after hatching, okay, they will give the mulberry leaves. How with the they'll feed with mulberry leaves. See, when they comes out, immediately they'll start eating. Okay. So day and night they'll be eating and growing in size. So how much they'll grow? No. So when they until they started to form the mucus like secretion, they will start now. Until that time, little bit bigger worms they should become. Until that time, day and night they will be eating. So that time the farmer should provide them a much amount of chopped mulberry leaves, means cutted small pieces into they will cut and feed the mulberry leaves. Okay, that is why where they are rearing the mulberry trees they are growing in large quantity. So much amount of eating will done in this situation, in this condition, because they have to grow. Okay, that small worms after hatching out, immediately they will start eating. They have to grow means they should eat. So for eating purpose, they need mulberry leaves. So for that sake only, so that too every day fresh one they want. Okay, so every day they are feeded with the fresh and chopped mulberry leaves. Okay, so here they will eat and the larva, then they will call it as a, that after when they start to eat, we'll call them as a caterpillar. Okay, I told no already. So the caterpillars or silkworms will call it. They will eat day and night and grow in size enormously. Okay, so and they are growing now. So that after 25 to 30 days, 25 to 30 days after growth, they stop eating and move to a teeny chamber of bamboo. So in the tray, where this tray is there, there will be a teeny chamber of bamboo or some sticks or leaves they will keep. Because by holding that one, a stick is kept, means on that this cocoon may settle down. Okay, so they will move to one corner of the tray or any one stick or leaf they will keep, where they will move towards that one and they will be residing and start to give out the secretion from its body. First they will make a seat or bed for this worm to sit, and again they will start to nod their head like this in a position like 8 in number, and then they will hemlock and they will twine around themselves. Okay, they will start to make the cocoons. Okay, then the processing of silk. Next is processing of silk. So in the processing, a pile of cocoons, means a lot of cocoons will be ready for this harvesting, means they have to remove from that place. Okay, so that cocoons are used for obtaining the silk fiber. The cocoons are kept under the sun, or it is boiled or is exposed to the steam. Okay, so when you boil or it is exposed to the steam, then the silk fibers separated out. Suppose these are the cocoons. Okay, so when you give them heat, what happens when you heat or boil? So that cocoon from a small thread will come out. Okay, that thread, if you stretch open, it will be several meters in length. Okay, one single cocoon, it may come this room length of thread also. Okay, so that like that the thread will be taken out from the cocoon. Okay, the silk fiber separated out. The process of taking out the threads from the cocoon for use as silk is called reeling of silk. Okay, what do you mean by reeling of silk? Reeling of silk. It's a process. Process of taking out thread taking out of thread from the cocoon for use as silk is called the reeling of silk. Is called reeling of silk. The reeling is nothing but the opening of fiber from the cocoon. Okay, so reeling of silk is the process of taking out of thread from the cocoon for the use of silk, for use as silk. That cocoon from thread we will take out, that will be used as a silk. That process we'll call it as a reeling of silk. So after reeling, thread will be coming now, that will be wounded as a bundles, and then it will be sent to the factories for dyeing and making the cloths. Okay, so in this way reeling is done by the specially by the machines also, and which is unwinded on the threads or fibers of the silk from the cocoon. Okay, unwounded means it will be removed from the cocoon and it will be rotated around the bundles. Okay, silk fibers then spun into silk thread. Okay, which are woven into silk cloth by the weavers. Okay, so then this reeled silk will be made it as a bundle of that thread. Okay, that thread from they'll make the silk fibers. So in this way, the fibers are taken out from the silk mark. Okay, so this is all how the silk product can be prepared. Okay, so there is a small incident for the discovery of the silk. How this silk thread, first who find out this one, about that a small story they have given. So it is from the ancient times, we don't know the timings actually, how which years back, how many years back, maybe 100 years back or 200 years back, we don't know. So according to an old legend in the Chinese, which is actually originated in China. Okay, so in China only it is originated. How many years back we don't know. So from ancestors we are coming to know there was an empress Si Lengqi. So empress name was, there was an emperor and empress. Okay. Emperor name Huang Ti and empress Si Lengqi. Okay, so these were the emperor and empress who are living in China. Okay, so she find that this empress find that she grown this mulberry trees in her garden. Okay, so every day she is watching the garden that the mulberry leaves are with the holes. Okay, all leaves are eaten by some of the worms or insects. She wanted to find out what is the reason. So she told one day Emperor, for you find out what is the reason behind it. Which worm or who is eating that one leaves. My all garden is going to spoil. You find out the reason. Okay. So then they observed that a worm is eating all these leaves. So before when they gone deeper into that one, then they find out there will be a cocoons. Okay, so that cocoons suddenly when they wanted to actually remove that worms. So lot of worms are there, they cannot remove it. They have to cut down the tree only. So these cocoons, what they want to spoil it. So by mistake, one time it fell into the teacup of the empress, and she saw that when she wanted to remove that cocoon. No, that time it leaves out a thread-like structure. Which she is dragging and dragging that one, and it is coming out like a long yarn, long thread like it is coming out. Then she find out, why can't we do this thread? Why can't we use this thread for making the silk thread? Okay, some threads we can make out by this. Okay, then she collected all the cocoons and dumped them in a boiling water. Then they saw that all the cocoons are giving out a lengthy thread like structure. Fibers they are leaving out. All fibers are collected. Then they got the idea of making silk threads. Okay. By using the silk thread, they started to make the cloths. Okay. Hundreds of years it was a secret how to make this silk threads. Okay. Later it was invented to all the other countries. Nowadays India is also leading. First is the China. Okay. So after China, every countries come to know how to make this one. And now India is also leading in that. We are also producing much amount of this silkworms and silk threads are made in India. Okay. So this is very famous thread compared to all other types of threads and cloths. Okay. So this is the end of the lesson, children. I sent the classwork to the office. Okay. They are maybe by next week you are getting the classwork of this lesson. Lesson number 3, and along with that lesson number 4 and 5 also I gave, that also you should write down, children. So as a assignment part, you draw the figures. Homework for draw life history of silkworm. Silkworms. Okay, draw and color it. Okay, so do drawing neatly, because what I find digestive system in humans, what I gave in the classwork also and in the test also, no, FA1, there are so many children not written properly. You practice the diagram, children. Science means you need to draw freehand drawing. Okay, so by using scale and other things with mathematical instruments, you cannot draw biological diagrams. That's why you must learn to draw the diagrams. Diagram only carries 3 marks, 4 marks, 5 marks like that. That's why I'm telling you, that is only the assignment I gave. Okay, this you do and submit to us. And classworks also much are pending that you have to submit to us. Otherwise, we are not going to release the marks of FA1. Understood? That's why do it and submit to us every Wednesday. You should submit. Okay. Thank you, one and all.